Today I'm going to be sharing with you all of the curricula that we will be using with our fourth grader in the 2019-2020 homeschool year. I have already shared videos about my kindergartner and my third grader, and in the coming days I'm going to be sharing about our seventh grader and our eighth grader. So this one is dedicated to our middle child, Gregory. If you're new to my channel, I'm Michelle, and this is A Common Life. I'm a homeschooling mom of 5 kids, and 4 out of my 5 kids are going to a hybrid homeschool this year. But my middle son, Gregory, will not be going for a variety of reasons. He has some chronic health issues as well as dyslexia. So when the other kids are at the hybrid homeschool on Monday and Wednesday, it will just be me and Gregory at home, which will be really, really fun. So I have a whole pile of books here that I'm going to share with you guys today, all of the different things that we are going to be using for this homeschool year. So first of all is this amazing book that I found for free. It's made me so happy when I realized what it was, because it's actually designed for kids with dyslexia, which I did not realize when I picked it up. So basically all of the lessons are just a bunch of words. And so what I'm going to do, well, they're based on like the sounds or something like that, or the different spellings and things like that. And then there's review lessons. But basically my plan is to go through each of these lessons. I don't know how long each lesson is going to take. It could take a week. It could take a month, not a month, I would hope, but it could take longer than a week. It could be a one-day lesson. It just kind of depends on how well he understands that concept. And we will use this not only for kind of like our reading / he doesn't really need basic phonics anymore. It's more of just kind of getting that speed a little bit faster. So we're going to read through these lists together and then also use them as spelling lists. So I will go ahead and pick 10 to 12 words from, maybe from this section. Well, this is probably too easy for him. But as we move through the book, when I find some more difficult words, I'll pick 10 or 12 from each section here and give him a spelling test. And I think it will be a really good system for him to kind of make sure he understands all of those like irregular things or, different sounds that maybe are trickier for him and all of that. So I'm definitely going to be using this with him every single day and then doing spelling tests on the Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. We're going to kind of focus on spelling those days. I also picked up this grammar book, and this is basically like core grammar concepts. This is not a curriculum. This is something basically to kind of reinforce things that they've learned. So my plan is to go through this with him. He already knows nouns. He already knows a bunch of these, so I know he'll have no problem doing this. But if we come to something that is maybe more difficult, which I'm going to have to try to find something like that. Pronouns, he knows pronouns. Like here we go, like predicate adjectives or contractions. If it's something that he doesn't understand as well, I will take more time and just kind of like on the spot do a lesson with him. Because I don't know if you know, but I have an English education degree. So this is my thing. Like I know how to do this. So I'm just going to kind of use this as a guide to see what he knows and what he doesn't know. And when I find something that he doesn't know, we will work on that. This is another thing that we will be doing only on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we can work together and focus on anything that he's struggling with. So I think this may not actually take us the whole year to get through because the beginning part is pretty easy for him. And if that's the case, maybe I'll just grab the grade 5 book because this was $4.99 on Amazon. Continuing along in the language arts section, I picked up this writing and rhetoric book. My older 2 children have been going through this series at the hybrid school. This is the book 1 Fable. And basically, this teaches you how to write based on great works or popular stories or, fables in this one. But it uses like well-written things to teach you how to write, which is basically the classical model. So I am not sure how challenging this will be for him. It may be very difficult because he does struggle with handwriting and even just spelling. I mean, with dyslexia, that can be something like you can recognize it when it's spelled correctly, but actually to write it out and spell it yourself it's a different part of your brain actually. And so this may be a challenge for him. So this is another one of the curriculum that I'm going to be using on Monday and Wednesday when it's just the 2 of us and I can kind of focus in on him. Just him, not be distracted by anyone else and help him get his writing down because this is definitely an area that we need to work on for sure. And speaking of handwriting, he already started this in the 3rd grade. We are going to keep working on this cursive book and I actually have like a little extra one. I think I found this at the Dollar Tree a while ago. I just popped it in there. That way we would have it when he finishes this one as a supplement. That way I'm sure that he really has a good grasp on cursive handwriting. I will also just kind of be working out with him on taking his time and practicing, or like not practicing, but writing his letters well because he tends to rush. And so it would be really good to just tell him, have him that one-on-one time with him where I can really get him to just take the time to write the letters and write them well. So we'll be doing the cursive as well as just kind of practicing our print and getting it nice and neat. For math, Gregory will be doing teaching textbooks level 4. He did teaching textbooks last year and loved it so much. And they have sent it to me this year for my review. We love using teaching textbooks. It has been just so good, especially for my younger kids. They enjoy doing their math so much. It was very regular where they would ask to do an extra lesson ahead, and just like keep going. And so he's going to be doing that for math this year. And if he had attended the hybrid homeschool, he would start Latin this year. And so since we are kind of thinking that maybe if we work really hard this year to get his reading speed up and things like that, we can maybe get him into the 5th grade class next year, I decided I'm going to use Latina Christiana, which I already had at home. I already actually had a workbook. Here, it has Grace's name on it. She only just started it. And so I actually went through with an eraser and just erased all the parts that she already did because she wrote in pencil. And so I'm going to be using this with Gregory. I have the blue book here is a bunch of review sheets as well. This is the teacher's guide and then the student workbook. So I will be doing this with him. This will be another one of those things where on the Mondays and the Wednesdays, we can really focus in. And then on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, he can do more of the independent work. There's like copy work and things like that he can do all on his own. I also have over here on my desk all the flashcards that go along with this as well. He's very good at flashcards. That's one of very good at, not that that's a skill, but they work very well for him. Flashcards work very, very well for him. So I think he will do really well with this. I'm excited to see because I enjoy Latin. I took Latin in high school, so I think this will be really fun to do with him. And then as far as his science, he's going to be taking local science classes here either every week or every other week. It may actually be every other week. It just kind of depends on the subjects that they're doing for the classes. So I'm going to be signing him up for those. But I also picked up this book, which is the What Your 4th Grader Needs to Know book. And I went through this and it has a lot of different poetry and stories and things like that. And I'm just going to kind of read through this book with him. Basically do a little like morning time with him on Mondays and Wednesdays. Maybe we'll have some tea. Maybe we'll go to a coffee shop or something like that and just go through this book, reading the poetry and looking at the art and things like that. And then I also have these, which I picked up probably 2 years ago now. And this is the Social Studies, U.S. History and Government, and the Earth and Physical Science. And these are for grades 4 through 6. It is basically just worksheets that you can kind of do at home. You read a little blurb and answer some questions. And I thought that this would be a good little supplemental thing to do. His younger brother, John, who is going to the hybrid homeschool, will be doing American history and United States geography and things like that. So this will go well with that. And then this is just fun because he really likes science. So it's just something fun to add to what we're going to be doing at home. And I also have this book, Math in Geography. I thought this looked really fun. This is another thing that I picked up for free. So I'm going to be doing this with him as well. And then I have a few more books here that I picked up for free. So this is the Coordinate Graphing Hidden Pictures. This just looks really, really fun. And then I have these journal prompts just to kind of get him writing every single day. And then this optical art, which would just be fun if I'm like reading aloud or something like that. So I got those for free. So totally worth it. So that is everything that I'm going to be doing with my 4th grader this year. If you'd like to see the other videos that I'm going to be sharing about the curriculum for my other 4 kids, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. If you like this video, please click the like button. And if you have any questions for me, put them in the comments down below. I'll have everything that I showed you in this video linked in the description box down below. I will probably have everything in my Amazon store set up by grade level and things like that to make it super easy for you guys. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.